So welcome everyone to the start of the new Business and Markets Week. It's not a Monday really. Monday was a good Monday at the end of the long Easter holiday weekend. Today is Tuesday, the start of the business week across a number of markets on Frontier Africa. and boasting on fire. We say thank you for coming back to us this Tuesday to start the 4-day week. We start right now. The Nigerian market finished on Thursday 0.05%. Weaker on a week-on-week basis, the local stock market was down by about 2%. Massive sell-off last week as we started the month of April. The BRVM down by 15 basis points also on Thursday, went for the holiday weekend around 199.62 reading of the composite index. The Egyptian market started the formal week on Monday by 0.60% positive. Actually, Sunday is the start of the business week and markets week in Egypt. 16,774 on the EGX30. The Nairobi stock market went up 1.3%, a very roaring positive ride to 114.26 on the all-share index on Thursday before the Good Friday. And the final trading day for the Johannesburg stock market on Thursday was also good, around 60 basis points at 77,130.7. So the markets will be starting off, broadly speaking, today as we saw how we finished off last week because of the long Easter holiday. So let's see what stories making headlines as we start the new week on the side of East Coast. Of course, the biggest story this week is the World Bank IATF spring meetings, which started on Monday with the head of the World Bank, David Malpass, and his contemporary, the managing director at his counterpart at the IMF, Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director, speaking to the state of the global economy, debt, inflation, interest rates, the head-scratching problems for fiscal authorities and central bankers around the world, raising rate, providing liquidity. Yesterday, the International Monetary Fund says the global economy will grow by 3% this year, and that is a new forecast. Today, we're expecting the World Bank and the IMF spring meetings to release two key reports, the Global Financial Stability Report and the World Global Economic Outlook. Those reports are coming up in the afternoon. Keep your eye on that. We'll keep covering the World Bank IMF spring meetings for you throughout this week until the weekend. And investors in Kenya are nervous about what you call refinancing risk for Kenya. About $2 billion are maturing in Kenya's debt by June 2024. So they're worried whether Kenya will be able to refinance those debts or be able to pay. That's a major point made over the weekend by the Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, the BOFA. And the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, which is ECA, headquartered in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, and Afreximbank have ratified the creation of a special economic zone for production of electric vehicles and batteries in DR Congo as well as Zambia. And Tanzania is relieved a little bit because prices of petrol, diesel dropped down by over 187 shillings and 284, down to about 187 and 284 shillings per litre because of oil prices that nosedived last week as we saw in reaction to the OPEC Plus production cut about 1.16 million barrels. But the oil prices have since started trading upwards, by the way, touching around $80 a barrel this morning for the London Brent, just about 84, and the US West Texas Intermediate just a few notches below $80 a barrel, 79.34 around early Tuesday. Let's now take it out, look at West Africa with a couple of economic, business and investment headlines coming through from Nigeria. Knocks more than kudos for the Nigerian government for the securing of $800 million as palliatives towards the removal of fuel subsidy by June. Analysts, policy analysts, economists, everyone's still wrapping their heads around how it will all work out on June. The first will be the new horizon for fuel subsidy, multi-trillion naira subsidy that's depressing Nigeria's economy and economic progress. And Nigeria's UBA is looking to sell the Abuja electricity firm to recover debt of about $122 million US. And gold for oil that the Bank of Ghana is executing is making the central bank to cut dollar supply to oil importing majors because of scarcity of US dollars in the Ghanaian economy. In the IFC, International Finance Corporation, says it's injected about 70 million euros into the Bank of Africa group to boost lending to SMEs within the French-speaking West African countries where you have a number of the BOA from Bank of Africa Mali to Senegal to Benin Republic, Togo, and beyond. And the Côte d'Ivoire says its cocoa production was up about 5.8% for full year 2022. Let's see what's making the big headlines, the big splash this Tuesday. Back to business and markets in Southern Africa. Spain is looking to invest about $2 billion in South Africa's energy transition. That's good news for Africa's most advanced economy. And the avocado giant Westphalia says about $300 million boost is what it got from Standard Bank, HSBC, and International Finance Corporation to support its production of avocado for exports. In Zimbabwe, US dollar is still the king, accounting for about 77% of total transactions so far this year between January and the end of March. Those data came in during the holiday. And the International Monetary Fund says Zambia's debt revamp deal needed to unlock about 288 million, roughly 200 million US dollars. Zambia has been working towards a debt restructuring deal with the creditors China on one hand and the G20 Common Framework on the other hand for about a year. We're yet to have a deal on the table. So the IMF funding is still locked away from Ichilema's administration. Finally, North Africa is where we're looking at a couple of headlines this morning. Egypt's inflation came in at a roaring 32.7% on Monday. That's for the month of March. It's one of the highest since 2017 on the back of devaluations of the Egyptian currency, the pound. Egypt and Afreximbank are putting final touches to the IATF 2023, which will take place in November. The IATF is the Intra-Africa Trade Fair. Last year, it was held in South Africa. And South Africa's company, LG Energy Solution, is looking to source lithium from Morocco, while Tunisia's president, Kais Saied, has rejected conditions of the IMF to get $1.9 billion from Washington and said the country has to look inward while the people in the country are still protesting a number of issues, including political issues, as well as economic hard times that they face in the North African economy. Those are your business headlines. Frontier opening bell this Tuesday. Let's raise the curtain on the week, have a profitable business and market week. You can watch this show again on our website at Frontier Africa Reports. Also on our YouTube. It's free. You can subscribe. Also follow us on our social media platforms. I'm Wilson Amafaye. I'll see you next time.